Hello my dear students, welcome again to my class. On our this last class we have started exercise 11 understanding elementary shapes and completed up to exercise 11D. So today we will start from exercise 11E. So before starting this chapter I like to highlight some of the topics. So what is a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral. What is a quadrilateral? Any four-sided figure, closed figure is called a quadrilateral. It may be like this, but it should have four sides. It may be like this, it may be like this, anyhow, but it should have four sides and it should be closed one. So there are different types of quadrilaterals. So first one is a trapezium. So what is a trapezium? A quadrilateral with exactly one pair of opposite sides parallel, with exactly one pair of opposite sides parallel. So this is a trapezium. Trapezium. It has one pair of only one pair of parallel sides. These two sides are not parallel. At some point they will meet. If I could just go on joining this, then at some point they will meet. Only one pair of parallel sides. So it is a trapezium. So to be a trapezium, it should have only one pair of parallel sides. But opposite, that should be opposite to one another. So then comes parallelogram. So it is a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides parallel. With both pair of opposite sides parallel. Parallelogram. So if I draw the diagram, it will be like this. This pair and this pair, it is opposite sides. This one and this one, they are also opposite. So to be a parallelogram, this the opposite side should be parallel. The opposite side should be parallel. It should have two opposite pair, one pair this one, another pair that one. Okay. Now a rectangle. So a rectangle is a parallelogram in which the adjacent sides are at right angle. A rectangle is a parallelogram in which the adjacent sides are right angle. So this is a rectangle and this sides you will find that the opposite sides are parallel. This side and this side parallel, this side and this side parallel, and all the angles are 90 degree. All the angles are 90 degree. Then we can say it is a rectangle. So then come rhombus. So in case of rhombus, all the four sides are equal. All the four sides are equal. So if I draw a rhombus, it will be like this parallelogram, but in case of rhombus, all the four sides are equal. If this one is 4 cm, then this side will also be 4 cm, this side will also be 4 cm. So this is a rhombus, but only in case of rhombus the diagonals are not same. This one and this one are not same, of same length. This may be of 10 cm, this one may be 8, like this. Some difference will be there. Then comes a square. So a square is like a rectangle. All the angles are 90 degree. All the angles are 90 degree and all these sides are parallel to one another, like rhombus and rectangle. This side and this side opposite sides are parallel. This side and this side parallel. In case of rhombus also, this side and this side parallel to one another. This side and this side parallel to another. So this is a square. All the four sides will be equal and all the angles will be equals to 90 degree. So now let's begin the exercise 11E. Exercise 11E. So you see the figure in your book. You take out your book so that you can see. Question number 1, you see there are some figure given. The question is to name them. The shapes below are drawn on squared paper. So name each shape. So first one, you see it is a, by seeing the shape you can understand that it is a rectangle. It is like this rectangle. It will be a, it is like this. It has breadth and length. and all the angles are 90 degree, you see. So it is a rectangle. So you draw and then you name them, okay, in your copy. Like this you draw and then you write. Then next one, you see, it is little tilted, but it has length and breadth. It has length and breadth. It has length and breadth. This side and this side given parallel, this one and this one parallel, but it has length and breadth. So it is a parallelogram. So it is a parallelogram. Roman number 3 given, you see all the four sides are equal. If you count the square boxes, you will find all the four sides are equal. So it is a square. Roman number 4, sorry, ABCD given, no? A, B, C and D. So now D option, question number D, you see it is given like this. Only one pair of parallel sides are there. These two sides are not parallel. So this is a trapezium. This is a trapezium. Trapezium, trapezium. So now next one, E. It is a parallelogram. You see the figure, you can understand it is a parallelogram. Parallelogram. It is a parallelogram. Then next one, F. It is a square. Simply all the sides are equal and the angles are 90 degrees. So it is a square. F is a square. Then G, you see it is a rectangle. Then H, it is a rhombus. The sides are equal but they are tilted like this. So it is a rhombus. Then comes, you see in that in I, question number I, you see only two sides are parallel, but one side is like this, another side is straight. That means they are not parallel. And if only one pair of parallel side is there, then it is a trapezium. Sorry, TRAPEZ, trapezium. The next one, you see, last one. All the four sides are equal, and though it will be HIJ, it is a rhombus. All the four sides are equal, so it is a rhombus. So now question number 2, fill in the blanks. So we'll fill the blanks with the correct answer. A quadrilateral with all sides and all equal, all sides and its all angles are equal. So a quadrilateral, that means it should have four sides, and it is said that all sides are equal. All sides are equal. If this one is 2 centimeter, then this one also will be 2, this one also will be 2, this one also, all are 2 centimeter. For example, I have just taken a same length. So quadrilaterals with all equal sides and all angles are equal, that means they all should be equals to 90 degree, then only they will be equal. So in such case, it is a, we know that the figure is a square. So Roman number 1 answer is square. Only in case of square, all the angles will be equal and the sides will be same. Roman number 2, it is given a quadrilateral with 4 equal sides and no right angles. So all the 4 sides are equal, but there should not be any right angle. That means no angle should be equal. like this. So only in case of square and rhombus the four sides are equal. So square has 90 degree, angles are 90 degree, but in case of rhombus the angles are not 90 degree. That means it is a rhombus. Then question number 3, a quadrilateral with exactly two sides parallel, only two sides are parallel. So in case of trapezium only two sides are parallel. So Roman number 3 answer will be trapezium. Trapezium. So then the next one, Roman number 4, the diagonals of these quadrilaterals are equal but not perpendicular. The quadrilateral is a dash. So diagonals of this quadrilateral. So diagonals means, for example, if I draw a rectangle or a square, then this line, the joining the two opposite angles, is a diagonal. Is a diagonal. In case of square also this one diagonal. Okay. So you see only in case of square you will find that the diagonals, question is that diagonals of these quadrilaterals are equal but not perpendicular. Okay. So in case of rectangle and square the four diagonals are equal, but in case of rectangle it is not perpendicular, but in case of square they are perpendicular to one another. In case of rectangle they are not perpendicular. The question is given like this, that the diagonals of this quadrilateral is equal but not perpendicular. That means it is a rectangle. It is a rectangle. It is a rectangle. Now Roman number 5, all rectangles, squares and rhombus are dash. So all rectangles, squares and rhombus are dash, but not dash, but a trapezium is not. So rectangle, square and rhombus, rectangle, square and rhombus, they are also special types of parallelogram. Rectangle, square and rhombus, they are also special types of parallelogram, but trapezium is not a parallelogram because all the four sides are not this. So all this it does not have the two pairs of parallel lines. In case of rectangle and square they have two pairs of this. You see these two sides are two pairs of parallel lines, but in case of trapezium you will find only one pair, these two sides are not parallel. So except trapezium, square, the rectangle and rhombus are parallelogram. So answer will be parallelogram. Okay, now question number 3, determine if the given statements are sometime, always or never true. So you have to determine them, that whether they are sometimes or always or never true. So question number 3, question number 3, Roman number 1, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral. Yes, a parallelogram has four sides, that means, and they are closed. So it is a closed figure with four sides. So we can say it is quadrilateral. So it will be always true. Always true. Then Roman number 2, a parallelogram is a trapezium. A parallelogram is a trapezium. So this is a parallelogram and this is a trapezium. A parallelogram is a trapezium. Sometimes we can say it as trapezium, because to be a trapezium only two sides should be parallel. Two sides should be parallel to one another. So this criteria is fulfilled by this parallelogram. If I leave these two sides, just take one side, then in case of trapezium also only one sides are parallel to one another. One sides are parallel to this two sides are parallel to one another. But in case of parallelogram, all the four sides, that means to be a trapezium only two sides should be parallel. Parallelogram is a trapezium. So to be a trapezium only two sides should be parallel to one another. But in case of parallelogram, the four sides are these two sides are also parallel, and this side also parallel. So the basic criteria to be a trapezium is that these two opposite sides should be parallel. Only one pair of parallel sides should be there. So in parallelogram also, if we leave these two sides, then we can say that yes, they are also one pair. It fulfills the basic criteria. So we can say it sometimes true. So we can say it is sometimes it is true. A rhombus is a square. A rhombus is a square. This is a rhombus and this is a square. So it is says that a rhombus is a square. So sometime it may be square if a rhombus may be square if all his angles is equals to 90 degree. If these angles become equals to 90 degree, then only I can say it as square. So we can write it as sometimes true. A rhombus may be a square, not always, but if and only if these angles are 90 degree. So we can write it as sometime true. Then a trapezium is a quadrilateral. Yes, trapezium has four sides and it is a closed figure with four sides. So we are always true. It will be ALWAYS, always true. Roman number 5. A rectangle is a square. A rectangle is a square. Yes, sometime a rectangle may be a square. So we know that in case of rectangle, there is length and breadth. Both of them are different. If length is, for example, I am just taking 10 centimeter, then breadth you may find it is 7, 8 like this. Okay, let me take it as 7. But in case of square, all its four sides are equal. If this side is 2 centimeter, then this side also will be 2. This side also, all the sides will be equal. So a rectangle can be a square if and only if all the sides are equal. So sometime we may say a rectangle is also a square. A rectangle is a square if and only if its all sides are equal. So sometime it may happen like this. So we will write it as sometimes true. Then Roman number 6. A square is a rhombus. A square is a rhombus. Yes, it is always true. A square is a rhombus. A square is a rhombus. Always true. A square is a rhombus. A square has four equal sides. A rhombus also has four equal sides. So it fulfills the basic criteria to be a rhombus. That means a square is a rhombus, which is always true. A square is a rectangle. Yes, a rectangle has all the angles are 90 degrees. So in case of square also all the angles are 90 degrees. Only difference is in their sides. A square, in case of square, all the four sides are equal. In case of rectangle, the lengths are different and the breadths are different. So always true. That means a square is a rectangle. It fulfills the basic criteria. That means it is always true. Then Roman number 8. four-sided plane figures are parallelograms. Four-sided plane figure. So a four-sided plane figure may be a trapezium also. A four-sided plane figure may be a square also. It may be a rhombus also. Anything. So it may not always be a parallelogram. So I will write it as sometimes true. Sometimes true. So now question number 4. Answer true or false. Each angles of a rectangle is a right angle. Yes, all the angles of a rectangle are right angle. All of them are equal to 90 degree. So this one is true. Question number 4, Roman number 1, it is true. Question number 4, Roman number 1, it is true. Roman number 2, the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal in length. Yes, in case of rectangle, if this side is breadth, then this side also is breadth, this side is length, this side. The opposite sides are equal, these two sides are equal. If this one is 10 centimeter, then this side will also be 10 centimeter. Opposite side, if length is 5 centimeter, then this length also will be 5 centimeter. So the opposite sides are equal. So this one is true. Roman number 3, the diagonals of a square are perpendicular to one another. Yes, earlier I have said in case of square, the diagonals are perpendicular to one another. So it is also true. Then Roman number 4, all the sides of a rhombus are of equal length. Yes, all the sides of a rhombus are of equal length. So this one is also true. Then Roman number 5, all the sides of a parallelogram are equal length. This one, it is not true. In case of parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Opposites like rectangle, only the opposite sides are equal. If this side is 5 centimeter, then only this side will be 5 centimeter. If this side it is 10 centimeter, then this side also will be 10 centimeter. Only opposite sides are equal, not all the four sides. So this is false. Then Roman number 6, the opposite sides of a trapezium are parallel. No, only one pair it is parallel. The remaining pair, this is a trapezium. So only one pair, only one opposite side will be parallel to one another. This side and this side not parallel. So this one is also false. So now question number 5. Give reason for the following. So you have to write the reason for this. A square can be thought of as a special rectangle. So it is a statement given, you have to give the reason. So all the statements are true. Simply you have to give the reason. A square can be thought of as a special rectangle. So a square, this is a square, this is a rectangle. A square, all the four sides are equal. In case of rectangle, only the length and breadth, the opposite sides are equal. In case of square, all the angles are 90 degree. In case of rectangle also, all the angles are 90. The question is that a square can be thought of as a special rectangle. So I can thought the square as a special type of rectangle. Yes, is square, all the four sides of the square are a square has all the properties of a rectangle. The angle should be 90 degree, angle is 90 degree in case of square also, in case of rectangle also. Opposite sides should be parallel to one another. In case of square also, opposite sides are parallel. In case of rectangle also, opposite sides are parallel. So it fulfills the basic criteria of a rectangle. So we'll write answer because a square has all the properties of a, you write, because a square has all the properties of a rectangle. A square has all the properties of a rectangle. A square has all the properties of a rectangle. Now, B answer. It is given a rectangle can be thought as a special parallelogram. So, can we thought a rectangle as a special types of parallelogram? Yes. So, same. The reason will be same because it fulfills the basic criteria of a parallelogram. So, as a rectangle, because a rectangle in case of rectangle, the length at the opposite sides are same. So, in case of parallelogram also opposite sides are same. Then in case of rectangle, the all the this opposite pairs, the opposite this lines should be parallel to one another. In case of rectangle also same, in case of parallelogram also it is same. Okay, only in case of angle they are different. So I can say it as a special types of rectangle. A parallelogram can be said as a special a rectangle can be thought of as a special parallelogram. So because a rectangle has all the properties of a same, right, has all the properties of a parallelogram. Because a rectangle has all the properties of a parallelogram. Then question number C, a square can be thought of as a special rhombus. Yes, we can thought a square also as a special type of rhombus. In case of rhombus, all the angle, all the this opposite sides are equal. In case of square also all the sides are equal. In the case of rhombus all the sides are equal. In case of square also all the sides are equal. So this is the basic criteria. So yes, it fulfills. So a square can be thought of as a special rhombus. So same, B will be like this, because a square, no, this is C, because a square has all the properties of a rhombus. Because a square has all the properties of a rhombus. C answer, because a square has all the properties of a rhombus. Then question number D, a square, rectangles, parallelograms are all quadrilateral. So quadrilateral means what? The figure should be a closed one and it should have four sides. So yes, a square, it is a closed figure, it has four sides. In case of rectangular, so it has four sides and it is a closed figure. Then in parallelogram also same thing. That means all of them are quadrilateral. So reason will be all the four-sided closed, all the four-sided closed figures, all the four-sided closed plane figure, you write, since in a plane there should be, all the four-sided closed plane figures are called quadrilaterals, are called So all the four-sided closed plane figures are called quadrilaterals. So square, rectangle and parallelogram. So squares, rectangles, and parallelograms are all quadrilaterals. Again I am saying all the four-sided closed plane figures are called quadrilaterals. So squares, rectangles and parallelograms are all quadrilaterals. So this square, rectangle and parallelograms are also quadrilaterals. Then question number E, it is D. Question number E, square is also a parallelogram. Square is also a parallelogram because same. E answer will be because a square has all the properties of a parallelogram. So a square, because a square has all the properties of a parallelogram. So this is the end of this exercise. Okay, sorry, one left. Question number 10, high order thinking. So question is given, the diagonals of a quadrilateral divides into two isosceles triangle. So isosceles triangle means it should, the two sides of the triangle should be equal and the name the quadrilateral. So if I draw a square, you see, and if I draw the diagonal, in case of square all the four sides are equal. So let me give the side. Let this one be 5 centimeter, this one also 5 centimeter, this one also 5 centimeter, this one also 5. Okay, the question is given like this, that if I divide the figure by a diagonal, then it will be an isosceles triangle. So to be an isosceles triangle, the two sides should be equal. So you see in this triangle, in this triangle you see one side it is 5 centimeter, another side 5 centimeter, this side so we don't know, it will be more than 5, it is the hypotenuse. So you see, if I leave this part, so if I just leave this part, this is a isosceles triangle. So answer is only in case of squares it can be possible. So answer will be a square. Answer will be a square. So now next exercise. So next exercise is about polygons. So polygons are simple closed figures that consist of line segments. So closed figures with line segments. It may be any figure, it may be like this, any types of figure, for example like this. This is also a polygon, just closed figure, it should be a closed one, it should be a closed one, any types of figure, for example this, any types of figure, that it should be closed one, and that should not have curve like this, curve in them. It should be of line segments, it should be of line segments, and the figure should be a closed one. If like this one part is open, then it will not be a polygon, it will not be a polygon. Or if they intersect at more than one point, for example they should intersect, to be a polygon they should intersect at their end points, only at their end point, like this they are intersecting at the end point. But if they intersect like this, this is the, it is not the end point, this is one point, this one is another point, so they are intersecting in a middle point somewhere there, so it is not a polygon. So Then comes regular polygon. So a regular polygon is a polygon with all sides and its angle equal. So in case of a regular polygon, all the sides will be equal and the angles will also be equal. If the sides are 5 centimeter, then all the sides will be 5 centimeter in that polygon. If the angles are equal, then all the, if for example, if the angles are 30 degree, then all will be 30 degree like this. They will be of equal measures. So now let's begin exercise 11F. F. Question number 1. Which of the following closed figures are not polygons? So from this you are simply to say which one of these figures are not polygons. So you see, you draw the figure and you write. Okay, so figure is like this. So you see it is a curve, and what I said, if curve is there, then it will not be a polygon. There should have line segments, they should be joined by the line segments, and they should join at their end point. So it is not a polygon. It is not a polygon. Roman number 2, you see it is figure is given like this. So you see it is a polygon. They all the segment, these all are line segments and they are joined at their end point. So it is a okay. I will say only which one is polygon and which one not polygon. You match in your book. Now see Roman number 3. It is a triangle given, and all these sides are made up of line segments and they are joined at their end point. So it is a polygon. Roman number 3 is a polygon. Roman number 4, you see one side is carved like this, so it is not a polygon. Roman number 4 answer, it is not a polygon. Roman number 5, it is a circle. The circle is not made of line segments, so it is not a polygon. Roman number 5 is also answer is it is not a polygon. Then Roman number 6, you see it is also this the end points, these are given like this of this carved. They are carved like this, they are not made of line segments. So Roman number 6's answer is it is not a polygon. Roman number 6 answer is it is not a polygon. Roman number 7, all the sides are made of line segments and they are joined at their end point. So Roman number 7 is a polygon. Roman number 7 is a polygon. Roman number 8, same, it is a polygon. All the sides are made of line segments. And Roman number 10, you see it is made of line segment, but one side is open. One side is open. This is the open side. So it is not a polygon. Roman number 9 is not a polygon. Now question number 2. Which of the following figures are not polygon and why? Give reason. So you are to give reason only if they are not polygon. A, you draw the figure and write the answer, okay, in your main copy. So it is given like this. So by seeing also we can say that it is not a polygon because it has one curved surface. So answer will be no, it is not a polygon. It is not a polygon because it has a curved surface. It has a curved surface. No, it is not a polygon because it has a curved surface. But curved side surface, not you write side. It has a curved side. Then Roman number B. It is a polygon. All the sides are made of line segments. So if it is a polygon, so no need to give any reason. So simply you write one option. Question number B. Answer is it is a polygon. Then finished. Now option number question number C. You see. see, figure is given like this. Like this, given A, F, D, E and C, B. So it is given like this. So you see, they are not only joining at their end point, somewhere there also they got intercepted. So due to this reason, it will not be a polygon. So no, it is not a polygon because AB and EF, A, B and EF intersect. Okay, you write. At a point other than their endpoints. No, it is not a polygon because AB and EF intersect at a point other than their endpoints. So these are the endpoints. So before touching this point, they intercepted in the middle. So we'll say that it is not a polygon. Roman number, the question number D, you see the figure is given but one side it is open. Figure is like this. So figure is like this. There, this side it is open. Okay, this side also open. That means no, it is not a polygon because it is an open figure. Because it is an open figure. No, it is not a polygon because it is an open figure. Then question number E. It's same like question number C. It intersect at point C. You see in the figure, you see it intersect at point C. So answer will be no, it is not a polygon because the sides AE and BD, AE and BD I am not drawing the figure, only writing the answer. You draw and write. So the sides AE and BD, AE and BD intersects at C. Intersects at C. So it is not a polygon. Now question number 3. For each of the polygon, write down the number of sides and name the polygon. Number of sides and name the polygon. So first of all, you have to count the number of sides. So if there are 3 sides, then it is a triangle. If there are 4 sides, then it is a quadrilateral. If there are 5 sides, then it is a pentagon. If there are 6 sides, it is a hexagon. Then if it is a 7 side, then we say it is heptagon. Then if it has 8 sides, then octagon. If it has 9 sides, then it is nonagon. And if it has 10 sides, then it is decagon. So in page number 215, you will find one table. You memorize this one. Okay, page number 215, types of polygon. You see page number 215, types of polygon written. You memorize this table, that if sides are 3, then it will be a triangle. If sides are 4, then it will be a quadrilateral. Okay, now let me do question number 3. A first figure, you see, it is made of 3 sides, and In the table you will find that if it is of 3 sides, then we say it is a triangle. So answer will be, it has how many sides? Write down the number of sides. So answer will be, it has 3 sides, full stop, it is a triangle. Then B you count how many sides? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 sides. So B answer will be, I am only writing the answer, you see, it has 8 sides. It is a octagon. It is a octagon. Then question number C, it has how many sides? 1 2 3 4 5 6. It has 6 sides. It has 6 sides, full stop. It is a hexagon. It is a hexagon. It has 6 sides, so it is a hexagon. Then question number D, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 sides. So then question number D, it has 7 sides, full stop. It is a heptagon. Heptagon, heptagon. Then question number E, it has 1 2 3 4 sides, and if it is a 4 side, then we say it is a quadrilateral. So E answer, only writing the answer, you draw the diagram and then you write. It has 4 sides. It is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral, quadrilateral. Then F you see, it has 1 2 3 4 and 5 sides. So if it has 5 sides, then it will be a pentagon. F answer, it has 5 sides, it is a pentagon. It is a pentagon. Then question number G also same. You see how many sides? 1 2 3 4 and 5. So question number G and F same answer. It has 5 sides, it is a pentagon. Now question number H, you see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 sides. So question number E, F and G same answer. F and G same answer. Question number F, G, H, it will be, it has 7 sides. It has 7 sides, we will say it is heptagon. Heptagon, heptagon. Then question number I, you see it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 sides. So it has 6 sides, so it is a hexagon. It is a hexagon. It has 6 sides, so it is a hexagon. Then question number J, it has 7 sides. You count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 sides. So J answer will be, it has 7 sides. It is a heptagon. Same answer. It has 7 sides, so it is a heptagon. Then JK, it has how many sides? It has 8 sides. And if it is a 8-sided figure, then we will say it is octagon. Octagon, octagon. Then question number L, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So question number L has 10 sides, and if it has 10 sides, then we will say it is decagon. Question number L answer, it has 10 sides, and we will say it is decagon. It is decagon. Now question number M, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 1 9. So it has 9 sides. So H, then LM. It has 9 sides. It is a, yes, 9 sides. It is a nonagon. 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 So now last question of this chapter and exercise also, question number 7, high order thinking. So there are some figures, a big figure is given, you see there are so many sides and these things are given. So question is to find out, question number 7, Roman number, question number 7a, how many pentagons are there? So you have to find all the pentagons. Okay, I am writing, you see. You draw the figure nicely and write the answer. Only you have to write the number of sides. Oh, sorry, a number of sides and number of this. So how many pentagons are there? So if you start from that side, you will find that just after leaving the first part, you will find one pentagon. Then there is a octagon at the next of this one, again there is a pentagon. So if you count 1, 2, then in middle again one is there, 1, 2, that side also 1, 1, 2, 3. Then in the next line one is there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 1, 10. So answer will be 10 pentagons. Then B answer. How many hexagons are there? Hexagon, only middle one, you see in the middle you will find one figure with 6 sides. So it is, answer is 1 hexagon. Then question number C, how many heptagons are there? Heptagons. So it just in this side, in right side one and left side one, you will find 2 figures are there with 6 sides. So only 2 heptagons. Then question number D answer, how many octagons are there? Octagons, in the middle there are 3 big figures with color, just grey color. So middle one is hexagon, the upper one it is octagon, and the lower one again it is octagon. So you can write it as 2 octagon. 2 octagon. So this is the end of this exercise and this chapter also. So if you have any doubt, you can contact me. On our next class I will start a new chapter. Thank you.